What's up, everybody? It is endmuser, and we're here for another topic video. I wanted to talk about Xbox achievements versus PlayStation trophies. I guess not really versus, but just like the difference, I guess, between the two and what my thoughts are on them and our thoughts and what you guys think. Just curious. It came up recently in a podcast I was listening to. I was listening to Sacred Symbols, and they were talking about Colin on there. You know, he's always been a trophy hunter on PlayStation, and it's interesting. I've always found it interesting that Xbox, the biggest differentiation between the two of them is that Xbox doesn't give you anything for getting all of the achievements in a particular game, whereas PlayStation, I believe, has always given you what everyone knows as a platinum trophy if you get all of the trophies in a single game. It's like the accomplishment of really playing that game to its fullest and getting the trophy, platinum trophy for that game. So anyways, I just wanted to jump in and kind of talk about that. It's always been an interesting topic, and it's something that kind of puzzles me a little bit in regards to Xbox and why they don't do it more similarly to PlayStation and their trophy system. With that said, before we jump in, just wanted to give a shout out. You guys can check out our link tree, which is in the description of this video. Join our awesome Discord. We got some a lot of cool peeps in there. Everybody's cool, hanging out, chilling. Got anything from a new food channel to a Starfield channel to gaming to collecting. We did launch our collecting channel. Of course, we've got this channel here that you're checking out. We really appreciate it. We see you guys subscribing. We also launched our collecting channel. That's going to be primarily right now Pokemon unboxing. But there'll be some other stuff on here at some point too, hopefully. So at least we think there will be. Right now we've got some Pokemon videos in the backlog, so those are going to be coming out here and there. But with that said, we really appreciate all the support, and let's jump in here today. So yeah, initially, Xbox achievements and PlayStation trophies. Of course, there are Steam achievements too, I believe, and those are kind of their own thing. We'll talk about those a little bit. But yeah, just the general initial question is, what are your thoughts on, if we want to just stick with Xbox versus, I guess just in general, achievements in a game? That kind of seems like the more general term versus trophies, but what do you think about them? Do you hunt them? Is it something that you're constantly, looking at? Is it just like, I don't really care, I'm just playing the game? If something pops, cool. If not, like, I'm not going to track it. Do you care about the rarity? I guess if you care about the rarity, then you're probably hunting them a little bit. Just really curious overall if you guys, if it's something that you care about or not really, and you're just, you're playing the game and not too concerned with achievements or trophies. For me, I've always been interested in them. I've never really I think I have maybe one or two platinums on PlayStation, and both of them, to no shock of many of you that know me, is I believe Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I know Destiny 1, I'm pretty sure on Destiny 2. Platinum, those are my only platinums. It is something that I do always, when I think about it, I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind getting into that more. And there's also that piece that makes you wonder, if it draws gamers to a certain platform, if they are interested in it. It's definitely could be a draw for some people. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I feel like I always want to get into more. I may even more at some point, or I see the draw to it or the interest. And with that, I immediately see like the desire to want to platinum a PlayStation game. Because if you look at this, of course, there's websites out here, and you got to be careful too, because you can get spoiled by achievements and trophies. So you don't really want to look at them until you've maybe beaten a game, unless you're really, don't worry, you're not too concerned with spoilers and such. But like, if we look at this, like, we can look at Steam real quick, and I just kind of Googled this to make sure I wasn't missing anything. But achievements, so this is in regards to how achievements work in Steam. Achievements can be used as a way to encourage and reward player interactions and milestones within your game. They are often used for marking, oh, sorry, this isn't the one that I found. One of these say, oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's down here. I was reading that and I'm like, thank you for telling me what an achievement is. What happens if you 100% achievements on a Steam game? Pretty much nothing. If you have an achievement showcase on your profile, then it'll show how many games you've managed to perfect. But yeah, and that's the thing is, it's not even really, I mean, I guess they could add achievements, so you're not perfecting it, but there isn't any way to show off which games you've managed to 100%, which makes it kind of a half measure. So that's the thing to me. So very similar Steam to Xbox. Unlocking all of them doesn't earn you anything special other than the satisfaction of seeing that you earned all 1000 gamer score for that title. Thus, earning achievements is really only for your own enjoyment and bragging rights. It seems like such a simple thing to me. If you're gonna have achievements or something like trophies and achievements in a game, or I guess on your platform, why not have an achievement for unlocking them all and putting that on the banner? See, I've always been drawn to, with platforms, like the overall ecosystem of Xbox. Like a great example was the 360. I was primarily a 360. Like I was primarily PlayStation 2, and then with the 360, we all kind of, my buddies and I, shifted over to 360 because the community and the ecosystem was just so streamlined. The party system, of course, the gamer score was the same. You know, that's another thing too. Is Xbox, I was reading the other day, they have like their, and I think it's on this Reddit post, they have their overall gamer score is what they kind of want you to look at. Like, I don't know, I'm at like 30 or 40, 50,000, but instead of individual games necessarily. But to me, like, I've always drawn to the ecosystem of a platform. And obviously we see those have kind of meshed together somewhat with cross-play and cross-progression and stuff like that over the years. But that definitely has a draw for me. I think about, like, man, I kind of, like, right now I'm playing Sea of Stars on Switch. And Switch is kind of its, you know, its own little thing out here, more than a little thing. And I'm like, man, maybe I should have played that, or could have played that, or you know, played it on PlayStation to get that platinum trophy. And I don't even hunt them very much right now, but that's where I say, like, I see the draw. Like, I see how, like, somebody would want to, and I you know, I may at some point. So anyways, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but that's the thing for me, is it seems so easy that they could, if you're going to have it, why not? And I think maybe this was my initial point that I was originally talking about. Why not just have an achievement for getting all 1000 gamer score, or for Steam getting all the achievements for a particular game? And it's usually, you know, let's do the core game, not DLC achievements and stuff like that. Of course, PlayStation, meanwhile, platinum trophies are special. You only earn a game's platinum trophy by earning all other trophies. Obviously, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't probably already know, but we're just kind of going through the definitions of this stuff. Getting a platinum trophy usually signifies that you've fully completed or 100% a game. Not all games have platinum trophies, however. Full releases usually do, but smaller indie titles might not. That is an aspect I forgot about. Some games just don't have platinum trophies, but it just seems like if you're gonna do it, why not have an equivalent to a platinum trophy like PlayStation that signifies, hey, I put some time into this game. Obviously, it's going to take longer to do a game like Starfield versus a game like Sea of Stars, but I think, you know, like I've mentioned before, Colin's got, like, on Sacred Symbols, you know, he's got, like, I want to say 150 platinum trophies. I could be off on that, but it's somewhere up in there, you know, in that regard. So I definitely see, like, the meta game here. I see why people like trophies. I see the draw. I see the interest, and I very easily could be more interested in it. And I may, like I said, you know, just talking about it and thinking about it over the last week has made me kind of want to pay attention to it even more than I have over the years. And I've done it at, you know, through varying levels over the years. But it's just a very interesting topic. Let's jump over here to this Reddit post. So this is from just 7 months ago. I was just kind of searching to see what some conversations have been out there, maybe more so recently. This is pretty recent. Xbox achievements versus PlayStation trophies. Sort of a generalized question, or maybe not even a question, but an observation. I've noticed that Xbox achievements seem to be less revered as an accomplishment among gamers at large than PlayStation trophies. PlayStation players get that trophy platinum, and it results in major kudos from peers, or maybe I'm not fully seeing what the PlayStation trophy system is. Seems there's player levels too. Xbox achievements, however, seem to get much less love in comparison. Why exactly? So we look at some of this conversation here. Usually it's nicer to see a plat pop versus no fanfare at all, at least back on my 360 days for getting 1000 out of 1000 gamer score. So very similar opinion to what we've been talking about. As someone who hunts both, PlayStation like their platinum count, Xbox tends to prefer the raw gamer score. So this is what I was referring to, that overall gamer score. Though I know of people on either side who prefer the opposite. That's interesting. I don't know. I just wouldn't I don't prefer the Xbox way. It's basically the same. I like the overall gamer score, but maybe throw in there that platinum equivalent. It's easier at a glance to look at the platinums on PlayStation than go to the minutia of gamer score with Xbox. For me, I've never cared about trophies, and this is an interesting take here too. There's a lot of people probably in this scenario. I've never cared about trophies. I won't go out of my way in a PlayStation game to collect them, but I will do with Xbox achievements. Think I prefer how Xbox scores things over the PlayStation. I also don't care for Steam achievements. That's an interesting take right there. Prefers Xbox over PlayStation. I guess PlayStation doesn't. Another difference thinking about that response is Xbox gives you like 50 gamer score for this achievement, whereas PlayStation just gives you the bronze, silver, or gold or platinum. So I hadn't really thought about that. You just get a trophy. It's not like a gamer score. That makes sense. So it does, as I'm talking to you guys, it does make sense to me how they have more of the raw gamer score versus, just a trophy pop, whether it's, bronze or platinum. Let's see here. Kind of read through some more of the other, this person, bleep. Let's see. Let's go back up here. I'm curious. Trophies make a lot more sense because instead of having some number next to your gamer tag, the trophies are generally colored based on how difficult they are to earn. They're a lot like real trophies you'd get in sports. Bronze is easy, silver is medium, gold is difficult, and platinum is limited to one per game, and it's usually the hardest trophy to earn. Most commonly, the platinum trophy only unlocks after earning all the other trophies, so you know that the platinum means you 100% of the game. Xbox only has points for their achievement, and they don't take a screenshot when you earn an achievement, which is a bummer. I think they may now. I could be wrong. How are you supposed to know how difficult an achievement is when they have numbers next to them? It's not easy to gauge the value of an achievement when they're nothing but numbers, gamer score, which isn't used to increase your player level. It's strictly just a number next to your name. I suppose the achievements with big numbers next to them are intended to be the equivalent of a platinum trophy, but that's still not very useful when there's no way to see how many of each trophy a player has earned. One super difficult 50-point achievement in one game could be easily offset by unlocking 5 10-point super easy achievements from other games. A platinum trophy carries more clout because it says, hey, this player has beat this many games. Whereas the Xbox is like, hey, this player has 32,749 gamer score. That's funny. That's probably pretty, I don't know, like maybe around 35 or 40. That's a good point too. Like, I know PlayStation tells you the rarity of that trophy, which I think is what they kind of talked about or, hinted towards here. But I definitely lean towards the PlayStation route. I definitely lean that way. I'm curious, which way you guys lean? Xbox, Steam is very similar. I guess we could just say Xbox or PlayStation. Which way do you guys lean in the structure you like to see in your trophies, if you care about them at all? But anyways, I guess we could kind of wrap it up. It's really kind of a quick video today, but just a fun topic to think about and talk about. I definitely, like I said before, see the metagame inside of achievements and trophies. It's something that definitely, I've said this already, but I definitely am interested in it. Like right now, like I mentioned, I'm playing Sea of Stars on Switch. I'm about, 8 or 9 hours in, and I'm thinking to myself, man, Switch is a great console for that game. No doubt about it. But I'm thinking, like also playing it on PlayStation, if I was playing it on PlayStation, just talking about it right now, I'm like, man, I would definitely be looking at, after I beat the game, I'm going to jump back here. You got to be careful because you want to look at them before so you kind of can think ahead and know what you need to do to get the trophies, but you got to be careful, like I mentioned before, because you could have spoilers. But thinking about playing through that game right now, I'm like, man, I'm putting a lot of time into it. I want to beat it. I've been kind of having this goal of staying with certain games instead of jumping around and beating them before I move on. And, doing that with Sea of Stars and trying to platinum it or something does seem very appealing to me. So anyways, wrapping it all up, what do you guys think? Is this stuff important to you? Do you care about achievements? Do you care about trophies? Or do you just play games to play games and do the thing? So very, very curious what your opinion is. Let us know below. Again, thank you so much for all the support. We very much appreciate it. And bringing this over, jump in our Discord. We got a lot of cool people in there. We've been talking in spoilers about Sea of Stars. We got a Starfield channel. We got all kinds of stuff going on. So we definitely just did a food channel, and shout out to Soccer, threw us a steak sandwich in there. So yeah, jump in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Again, thank you so much for all the support. We see you guys subscribing. And as always, until next time, take care.